I said some things earlier about Shedeur Sanders' unique, if not unprecedented, media encounter yesterday where he opted to mime his answers. What was your reaction to that? And were you there in the scrum as he was doing what he was doing?
No, I wasn't there in the scrum. I've only watched it on video because I was already in London. I left for London Tuesday night to get here on Wednesday in case they were coming on Wednesday. We didn't know that way back when. And so I was actually here when that happened, but I did watch it on video and I was surprised that he would handle it like that. But once again, as you mentioned, this was a response to what Rex Ryan said. Rex Ryan ripped him really, really, really strongly and well. And this was a reaction to that. And we have to sometimes remember that these are very, very young men. People come into the NFL with different levels of maturity. In Tennessee right now, we're hearing Brian Callahan have to stand up there and say that Cam Ward shouldn't have said that his team is ASS and everybody has different levels of maturity. So,
I'll say it if you won't.
these are young guys and not all of them speak the same way. Now, you looked at Dillon Gabriel and and he said some things in a very mature fashion, and we've heard other quarterbacks do that. Many other quarterbacks do that. And some of them, I think, just have different personalities too. They have different personalities. I don't think Shedeur meant any harm. Shedeur is a dynamic player. He's got a lot of personality. He has done a lot of things right here. He's working really, really hard to come up the learning curve. And this is the first time in his life and his career that he's had to be a backup. And it's difficult. It's difficult. He's trying to be patient. He's trying to do the right things, but it cannot be easy for him to believe that he can go out there and start football games and have to be the third string quarterback right now.
I I understand why he did what he did. And I'm a Shedeur fan, and I hope he gets a fair chance at some point, somewhere, to maximize his skills, whatever they may be. We won't find out until he has a chance to play. But my disappointment in it was, and I don't know that he made this connection, and this may just be a product of being not yet 25 and your brain isn't fully formed and you don't understand the connection between the things you do and the consequences, but it did overshadow what was supposed to be Dillon Gabriel's day. That was the only concern I had about it. I understand why he was doing it. I think most people don't, because they're not paying attention to Rex Ryan for a variety of reasons. And so you just see that clip and you're like, why is he doing that on the day that Dillon Gabriel became the starter in Cleveland? Is this some manifestation of his disagreement with the fact that he's not the starter? That was my concern.
Well, you know what? You can look at this another way, and I understand exactly what you're saying, but I'm guessing that Shedeur Sanders didn't want the words to come out of his mouth because he didn't want to overshadow Dillon Gabriel's day. He knows that he is a content machine. I have heard him say that. He knows exactly when he steps into a room, it's all about him all the time. There was an encounter in training camp where a player was speaking at a podium and Shedeur walked out to go to his podium and everybody started following Shedeur and he stopped dead in his tracks and he told the PR staff under his breath, he wasn't trying to do it for show, I'm not going to talk until Jerome is done speaking. I kind of overheard that, but it was a cool just example of how he knows that he steals the spotlight all the time. So I actually think he was probably trying not to steal Dillon Gabriel's day and sort of keeping his mouth shut while also getting a point across. So again, these guys are young and it doesn't always play out the way maybe they think it will, but I think that was probably his intent.
And again, it's easier from our perspective because we've already learned from the mistakes of youth. But it would have been so easy to just walk in and say, I'm happy for Dillon. I'm here to support Dillon. I'm here to continue to learn, and I'll be ready to go when my number is called. It's that simple. And that would have created a headline, but it wouldn't have created a mess. And I think there's a difference. Everything he does is going to create a headline, but you don't need to create a mess along with the headline.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.